Today what I'm meal prepping is a simple chicken, rice, and vegetables meal that can be easily reheated, stored, frozen, and refrigerated. Rice is an easy digesting, clean carb source for energy. Vegetables are obviously vegetables. They're low calorie. Chicken breast, super lean source of protein, coming in at about 50 grams of protein per serving, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, make sure you stick around to the end when I give the full macros and calories, or if you want them now, they're in the description. As you can see here, I'm just trimming the chicken breast of any remaining fat. Then I start cutting up the pieces so they cook faster in the pan. I use this chicken right here, but you can really use any lean chicken breast that you find. Just know on the package that the higher percent of fat, then the more calories per serving it will be. I don't currently have a food scale, but I'm pretty sure this is about 8 ounces of chicken per serving. I was just kind of eyeballing it. Once I finish cutting up the chicken, I set it aside and clean off some of my workspace as I go, just to save time. Then I get right into making the rice. If you haven't used Minute Rice, it's a good brand. It's pretty cheap and super easy to just pop in the microwave and get ready. To make it, you just take 1 part water and 1 part rice and then put it in the microwave. Here I plan to use 3/4 cup of rice per serving, but you can do more or less depending on how many carbs you want. I then put the rice in the microwave for about 7 minutes with a lid covering it. Then I move on to cooking my chicken and veggies. Now I put all my chicken in the pan that I've been letting heat on medium for about 10 minutes. Make sure you have a bigger pan so that the chicken cooks more evenly. Also, if you don't feel comfortable cooking the chicken, you can bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for around 25 to 30 minutes. But yeah, I continue to spread my chicken around until I see some juices flowing, and then I know it's time for seasoning. Seasoning, you can kind of do whatever and get creative because it's obviously no calories. I didn't use any crazy seasonings, just a little bit of onion powder, seasoning salt, and this Hidden Valley ranch seasoning is fire. By now it's time to get the veggies started because the rice is finishing up in the microwave. So I pour about 3 to 4 cups of frozen veggies in my pan that's been heating at low to medium. Side note, frozen veggies are a lot cheaper than fresh veggies, and the amount of veggies you use doesn't really matter because veggies are basically 0 calories, just a little bit of carbs. You can really cut them out completely if you want. I just like having more food. I give my chicken a few last stirs and then I go to the sink to drain it of the broth just so that I don't have too much liquids. You can definitely use the broth if you want, but I didn't want to this time. Alright, so as you can see, chicken is looking pretty good in there. Almost done, just a little bit longer. But yeah, now the chicken is done. I can tell because it's no longer having that like mushy raw feeling. Pause. And it's all the way white in the middle and it's a little bit tougher. You can definitely tell it's done then. If you're unsure, just take a small piece and taste test it. I'm gonna give these a minute and then I'm gonna put the rice in there. And now I'm done cooking and it's time for the fun part, which is plating. I just spread all the food out semi-evenly and eyeball it. It really doesn't matter if you spread it out a little bit uneven because it's gonna come out to the same macros either way if you eat all the food during the week. Like if you have 400 calories yesterday and 600 calories today, it averages out to 500 at the end of the week. It doesn't really matter. The total calories for all the food you see here is 2,675 calories. And then if you divide it by 5 portions, the full macros for one of these containers is 535 calories, 60 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat, and a whopping 58 grams of protein, which is really good for 500 calories. If you want bigger or smaller meals, just portion out less containers or more containers and then divide the big number 2,675 by whatever you choose. So if you had 4 meals, just divide 2,675 calories and the rest of the macros by whatever you choose. That's it for cooking and plating. Now I'm just gonna stick 2 in the fridge and 2 in the freezer and then save 1 to taste test now. All right, so we got first taste test. First meal here. This is not reheated. This is just from when I just cooked it. That's good. Yup. Shake. Good. A little bit later, I came back and microwaved one of the meals, and honestly, it still tasted really good. Next time I would probably add a little bit of water to the rice, just a little bit, so it gets that fluff again, but overall it tasted really good. I was really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you guys, so maybe you guys can do something like this at your own house. Like I said last video, I don't really track calories anymore, but recently I've just kind of been all over the place with meals, like just splurging or not eating and having to make up for it. So yeah, I wanted to meal prep to make things easier on myself, so I always have healthy meals ready. If you want to see more meal prep videos or videos like this about nutrition, then let me know. If you want more healthy meals than last video, make sure you go check out my full day of eating and day in the life. I had some healthy meals in there, and yeah, let me know if you want to see more meal prep videos. Again, my name is Jalen. I post once a week. I'm gonna start moving to twice a week, so definitely tap in if you want to become a part of the journey. Today's verse of the day is 1 Corinthians 6:19. Don't you realize that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God? You do not belong to yourselves. This is just a good reminder that we're a temple of the Holy Spirit. God gave us these bodies, so we need to take care of them. Stop eating junk food, stop sitting around, exercise, eat healthy, and it just makes you feel better. Like, you're a temple of the Holy Spirit, and the more you treat your temple, the more the Holy Spirit will fill you, and you'll just feel better throughout your days. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.